G'day everyone, just going to show you where to find the knock sensor, how to test it and pull it out on the 2000 Subaru Impreza RX Australian version. So if you look towards the back of the motor, near the airbox, near the intake manifold there, just underneath those two cables, you'll see a black donut looking thing with a big bolt through it. That's a knock sensor there. So let's get my torch. So as you can see, it's quite easy to get to. It's like that Subaru made it quite easy to get to compared with other branded cars. So this is a connector. So you want to start by removing that. You can test the continuity on the sensor. There's only one terminal, it's just a positive there. So you can just use any old multimeter, just a old cheapo like this one here. Set it on continuity. Just we'll just test this, make sure it's all good. Yep. So I like to put the negative side of the multimeter on the battery. You get a cleaner signal, and it's a lot better than using a dirty old ground on the body. So if you can get it staying there. So let's come out. Yeah, sort of jam it in there. So we'll just test it. Yeah. There we go. So it's all good. So all you do, you just look for that terminal in the plug. Get a good contact on it with your positive end and see if you can get a reading. But in this case, I think this one might be a dead one. You can also test your ECU side by testing the other plug on the right hand side of that plug I'm just trying to test now. And you should get about a 5-volt reference with the ignition on the on position. So that's just to test your cabling back to ECU. So yeah, so it looks like that sensor's dead. Yep. So what we'll do, we'll just start by taking out that little bracket there next to the little connections. So it's quite an easy job. All you need is about 20-30 centimeter long little bar. It's with a 12mm socket. I just use a quarter inch. It's easy to get into a little crevice. And what we do, I'll just drop my tool on the fender and chip dash. That's great. Just what I need. Another one for the collection. Anyway, we just stick that tool right on that. I've already loosened it, so it's usually pretty tight, but it's all good. Just swing it out of the way a little bit, just enough to clear the bar, just to get into the little space that sensor's in. Using the same socket, just another 12mm. Put it between those two linkages, the easiest way. And usually it's really tight. I've loosened that one obviously earlier. Bit of a long thread on it. Once you get it free, it's all good. Just got to be careful not to drop the bolt in the engine somewhere. So that's pulling that out. Oh shit, almost. That's not what you want to do, drop it in the engine somewhere. So let's put that somewhere safe. Should be able to push down that connector under that tube and just wriggle it out. Just like that. There we are. Too easy. So we'll just check out the condition of the area where it lives. I usually blow that out with a bit of air. But checking out the overall condition, there's a part number. You always want to reference that with the new part. Always use a genuine part. These things are quite sensitive, so using a non-genuine can give you more issues sometimes. So this sensor has a crack in it, so it appears that is the culprit. A bit of moisture can get into that easily and ruin the sensor, the capacitor, the contacts could just corrode it all away and stuff, so that's that. So we're up for a new one. They're usually only around $70, genuine, Japanese made from Subaru, so yeah, not too pricey. Anyway, pretty straightforward.